So this is a 2014 Volkswagen Passat. We're having no heat in this vehicle, so we think the problem is that little white piece right there. This white piece. So if we turn on the vehicle and then we turn on our fan, and now we switch the climate control over to cold. As you can see, that white piece should be moving, but it is not. So we switch over to hot, no movement. So that door, or that little white piece, should move. So the faulty piece right there is this, and it's up in there. And in order to get to that piece, we have to remove this panel held in by a T20. Then this one should it's just held in with these two little clips, I guess. You just push them in and that should come out. So I'll get started. Now to complete this job, you will need a 1/4-inch ratchet, 6mm, a T15. I say a lot that I'm using a T20, but it's actually a T15. This is 6mm again. A T30 for one specific bolt, and then needle nose pliers, a flathead, and then a smaller flathead for the OBD2 port. And then it does help if you have extensions and a swivel socket, but it's not needed, but it does help. Now this job is very uncomfortable since it's under the driver's seat, or under the dash of the driver, but it's doable for sure. And it does help to have a headlamp. I want to say it's almost necessary, but you could do without it, but it's gonna help you a lot. So I took out this piece and I unclipped it from here. Now the next piece is this one. 1, 2, and 3. I'm missing one. But then once that falls off, you would have to unclip the OBD2 port. So for the port, as you can see, we have 2 at the bottom. I clipped those in first, and at the top, clip the last one, and it should slide out. Okay, so far we only have 3 pieces. This one, the tray, and the underneath. Next, we're gonna remove this HVAC vent. So this one, and this one right here, and this black piece should come off. Next, we're gonna remove this heater core cover. And if you just ran the car, those metal lines will be hot, so just watch out. So next is this piece. I believe it's 6mm. Now this one up here, if it is stuck, it might be pretty hard, but I took it out with the needle nose pliers, just getting at it for 20 minutes at the very top. But these should come out with no problem. I believe it's 1, 2, 3, 4 total, but for me it's 3 right now. Okay, so now that we have the cover off, we can access the bolts. So as of right now, we see another 6mm. I'm currently taking it off of the actual piece, and I believe there's one behind as well. But okay, so now I just popped off the white piece out of it. So as we look at this one, this piece, I just used a flathead and popped it off. So now there's a 6mm behind. Okay, yeah, so I just broke it off, as you can see right there. The way I did that is I unbolted this bolt only. It's a T30 and or hex. I'll check the hex right now because it does have a hex around it. But simply, I pulled this back and I just pulled this down hard. Now, I did ruin the part number, but I did take a picture of it. So just got to make sure you take a picture of your part number first in case you need it. But now I'm gonna take it off and disconnect the wire. To take it off, there's simply a notch right here. And I just did it with the flathead. So it's out. Now I'm gonna remove that bolt, but I'm not gonna put it back in. I'm just gonna use the front two. To take that last bolt off, you do need I recommend you get a 6mm wrench, but as of right now, I'm just using these needle nose pliers and just turning it. Okay, so actually update, it wasn't working properly. I think it might be because the old one didn't seat in properly. So I have the old one back, or the new one back in the new unit. And to make it easier, I found out how to take this off. This one literally just snaps off, like you just pull back right there in that hole. You just literally pull back and it comes off. Then now all you have to do is insert this piece in here and see how it goes. I'm having trouble right now putting the new piece in, but I'll let you guys know if I get it. So another update, I actually got the old piece to snap in properly. My problem was it wasn't snapping in properly and I just had to use a good amount of force. So with this one, for some reason, this piece wasn't able to go through this hole, but the old one was able to go in properly. So now I think I'm gonna plug in the wire first, then do this one, then do the latch, or the arm I mean, then the bolt, but I'll let you guys know. Okay, so exactly how I said, I put in the connector first, then I popped in the arm, and now I'm just gonna add the bolt. Okay, so now we want to check it's working properly. So if we set it all the way hot, oh yeah, much better. So after making sure it operates properly, next get the heater core cover on, then this HVAC vent. Now it does help if you have swivel sockets and extensions, but it's not required. But to finish off, just snap back the port back in and then hang it, and then you got 3 bolts, 1, 2, 3, and then just clip the tray back in for your set. Thank you guys.